Hello guys, today we're gonna learn about Archicad. More so this is for the beginner. You'll find if you open your Archicad file, this dialog box will pop. So for your case, we're going to open new project. You can see open a project if you have previously done a project. So now for us, we're going to create a new project with use last project settings. Yeah, hit OK. Now, in Archicad is very simple, and depends with how much time you're putting effort into it. Alright, so if you open your Archicad, it's going to display itself like this. Yeah, so if you look at the topmost part, you're going to find this information around here. You have the file. Yeah, this is where you create a new Archicad file, a new project you want to open. Yeah, all right, this is where you save. You can also use shortcuts as well, Ctrl+Shift+S, Ctrl+S for whatever case. Yeah, this is basically similar to so many softwares. Okay, file, edit, we have view, all these things we're going to learn as we go by. At the moment, I'm going to tell you to chill on this bit. All right, yeah, as you can see, we have another box here. This is called the toolbox. This is where we are going to concentrate more so on. Okay, yeah, our lessons will be based on these things, because this is where we have the wall, this is where we have the door, this is where we have the windows, the columns, the beams, the slabs, the staircase, roof, and whatever object you want to use. All right, so our concentration, you come to your right hand end, we have the navigator. This is where you create different story. If you want a story building, this is where you come create a new story. Yeah, for instance, if you want to add a new story on this project, yeah, you're going to click on that zero story, right click on it. Yeah, okay, you come here, create new story. As you can see, create a new story, rename story. It has so many things, whatever you want to do with it. For me, I want to show you how to create a new story. Yeah, is it below, is it above? Okay, I want a story above, which is the first floor. For this case, this is the ground floor. I want to create the first floor with the same ceiling height of that 100. It's all right, so you can still write a name, first floor for instance. All right, create, and it will just pop there. If you want to create another one, just the same formula you're going to use. Now if you come to these other buttons here, yeah, we have this view map. All right, our project has not much, so it will not display so much information there. Yeah, we have this layout book. All right, this is where you save your work. If you complete your working drawings, you want to print, you want them for printing, yeah, you come open this. Yeah, as you can see, if you double click on that 01 layout, you're going to see this kind of page. This is a paper. Yeah, so this is where you drag your drawing to for publishing. I'm going to show you all that. So for beginners, I think we shall kickstart. I know you're wondering how you're going to deal with all these buttons around this place. Yeah, it seems so much informed. Yeah, there's so much information around here, but I'm going to show you bit by bit. If you have any questions, you just ask me. I'll answer you. Whatever question it is, we're going to help you go through this Archicad until you become a pro like the rest of the people you see around. So today we're going to design just a simple house. Yeah, just a simple house. I show you how to do the walling. Yeah, do the walling, how you insert windows, how you insert doors, yeah. Okay, how you dimension the windows, the doors, the feel, how do you put the feel, how do you label a room, okay, all those things we're going to do them today. So you'll find that the most box you're going to use is this, yeah, the toolbox. You're going to use this a lot because this is where everything, basically like everything you need to put in your drawing is found. Now if you double click on this certain toolbox, rather tool of wall, a dialog box like this will pop up. This is basically information on what kind of wall do you want to use, yeah. For me, I'm going to use for this we are going to use this with 200 millimeter thick. Remember, you're going to set your wall on how you want to use based on your design, based on your design. Okay, so 200 millimeters, that is two, sorry, 200 millimeter thick wall. For now, we are not going to touch on this part. All right, I'm going to show you. This is more of detailing your wall to detail. Okay, so we are not going to focus much on this. So this is the service as a material that you want to use. For this, we can still change this. We can still put task or yellow. If you want these to be similar in all the base, the edge services and the inside service, you're going to click on this link service. You link them. All right. If you want them to be different kind of colors, don't chain, just highlight. All right. For me, I want them to be Tasco yellow, so I'll chain them. Sorry, Tasco yellow, chain them. What am I doing? All right. It's okay. Hit OK. Look whether the dimension is correct. The height of the wall is the height of the wall. Yeah, it's projecting from 0, starting from 0. If you want your wall to start somewhere from maybe 600 from the ground, just put 600 there. For us, I want to start at 0. So just come draw your wall. Yeah. Don't forget to press on shift. Press and hold shift for your line, for your wall, everything you want to put straight on this particular project. You have to press on shift. All right, shift makes things come things to be straightened up things. So I want to put that 300 millimeters. All right. Okay, you have different options, by the way, for you can use to do the wall. Yeah, at 300. If you hit OK, it's going to stop there. But if you want a continuous line, you're going to press and hold on that particular. Yeah, press and hold. Get what you want, right? Press and hold. If you want a continuous like that, yeah, it's up to you to know what you want to use. So back to our drawing. I want to rotate this, and I want to drag a copy of this. All right, a copy of this wall. I'll just right click, move, drag a copy, right? Drag a copy, because if I just drag, I'll not leave a copy here. All right, so I just want to drag a copy. All right, if I drag a copy, I'll drag it by, all right, remember to press on shift D. I'll put 3500. Okay, so I want a line, I want another wall here. So what do? Highlight that wall, Control Shift E, that is rotate, or rather right click, move, rotate a copy. Control Shift, as you can see here. Click on where you want to your wall to start. Click and rotate it to the direction you want. Alright, rotate it to the direction you want. I want it like that. So if you want these two walls to marry, or rather to come together, or rather to join, yeah, I don't think this wall of ours is straight, so I'm going to Control Shift E, rotate that, Shift, don't forget Shift. I want these two walls to join, so Shift, click and highlight them both, intersect. So I told you we're going to learn slowly by slowly on these top elements right here. So intersect, all right, or rather you can just click on the edge node. Yeah, it's going to pop a dialog box right here. You're going to stretch. Like that. So I want to drag a copy. Control Shift D as the shortcut. Remember that. Control Shift D for drag a copy. 3300. Feed in the information. Don't forget to shift for a. All right. So what do I want these walls to extend this edge. So what do? I use this kind of this button, adjust. Yeah, if you draw a line there and release and just click, you can just automatically come to where you want. So let's drag a copy. Control Shift D, Control D. I want a toilet here. I put on 1200, right? Okay, I want another wall here. This is really, it's really simple when you get used to this. Okay, highlight on that. What is the depth of your toilet? I want it to be 1800, the standard kind of depth of the toilet, right? Highlight your line, shift, click on the line you want to highlight, Control Shift D. That is dragging a copy. I drag a copy there, and then I drag the single copy, Control D, by 33, right? 3300. Okay, there. Now I can cut. I don't want the rest part. Yeah, these are room. I don't want this. So what do? Control. When you control, it's going to bring such a scissors kind of a thing. Yeah, so you cut that, or rather you can come up here, trim, just trim that. So I want also these lines, these walls to extend. You can also use Alt to highlight the object you want to use at that particular time. Okay, the tool you want to use at a particular time. So I want to highlight this wall and this wall, and again I want to stretch them. So I can stretch like that, or I can highlight that wall and adjust it. Yeah, adjust it to that particular place. All right, so Control Shift, I want a copy of this wall. Control Shift D, click there, Control D for you to feed in the information you want, 3800. All right, okay. So what do I want to cut this? So I can use Control cut, or rather I can come here, trim. I don't want that. All right, so you will find there are so many things you would like to cut, so you want to cut with, yeah, you want to cut with that. So for this case, my building it's okay, yeah. I want to push this wall from here to here to around this place. So what do I do? And this is a whole wall, yeah, it's a whole wall from here to here. I want to split this wall into two. One wall to get up to this position, the other one too. So what do? I highlight that wall, can come here, say split, can split, select that split button there. Alright, I can split like that, or rather I can highlight, then I can press Control, yeah, and place my cursor to where I want, then where the wall cut from that place. So I want to push this wall inside like that, maybe 900, right, like that. I want to cut that, Control, or rather trim. Alright, so this is a drawing. I want us to insert the walls, the doors now. So I come here, double click on that, it will pop the dialog box for the door settings. Alright, so there are so many doors here, so you choose what kind of door you want. I'll just use the one highlighted for me. 900mm wide, 2.4mm high, it's alright for me. The rest we're going to deal with them as we go by, you know, the casing, yeah. This 2D representation of the wall, the doors, we're going to use them later. So for our case, we want to know how just to insert a door. But if you want to change anything in this door, you just come to these default settings, yeah. You can find so many ways in which you can play around with this door and make quite an impressive door that you want. Okay, so much I'm not going to do much. I'm going to hit on OK, put a door there, put another door here, put another one here. But this I'm going to reduce the size, yeah, the width of the window. So I Control T to pop into the dialog box. That's a shortcut, or rather I can, when I highlight this, I can come to this button there. I want this to be 850, alright, height of 2.1, alright, so that's it. Okay, so again, I want a double door to my entrance as my entrance door, so I'll come highlight that, or simply highlight that. Let me use the one with great top. So if you come to this place, you're going to find so many styles of door. You choose the one pleases you. For me, let me use that. I don't want that huge kind of door. So 1200 by 2400. Let me select the type. Yeah. Let me use that kind of door. If you press on this, you're going to see it's the door in different format. Okay, so it's still necessary. You go to that. I want to detail my 2D door. If I detail, you're going to see a change here. I'm using the scale 1:50. You see, my plan looks more detailed now in plan view. So I want to use a lock handle. What kind of knob you want, the handle you want. Let me just use that. If you want other kind of detail, you find them around here. Okay, so for now, let's just use that. Yeah, open to the outside like that. I want a rear door. So if I want to carry another copy of this door, yeah, what do I do? Another copy of this, I'd inject alt, inject alt, inject. So I want this copy, so I alt and inject that, bring it there, right? So this space will act like my lounge and my kitchen, right? And this is will act as like one bedroom. This one will act there like the other bedroom. So it's simply a two-bedroom house, yeah, with a common toilet, right? So allow me to partition that a little bit. Okay, allow me to do that. I want to align that, okay, to be in the same line. So this will act like my lounge, this will act like my kitchen. For kitchen, I'll use 600 for top. I'm using line work, okay? I've highlighted on my line, double clicked on that. Line has no match, so from there to here, 600. Okay, just drag, yeah, click, drag on, highlight on the edge of the, yeah, cut as I showed you earlier. Let me delete that. I push this to the side. Okay, so that's my kitchen worktop. All right, my kitchen worktop. So we're going to put on windows on this drawing of ours. So I'll come to the window tool, double click on that to pop in the dialog box, or I can come to this particular edge here, highlight the window that you want, the window that makes you feel, you know, the one you want to put on your drawing. For us, we're going to use this. Remember, you have to balance all this, your height of the wall and the, you know, the seal height of your window, the height of your window, the width of your window. The width doesn't really matter a lot, but it depends with the purpose of the room. These two must end up. When you add the 1500 to 1500, you're going to get 3000. That is not the height to the beam, all right? The height to the beam for us is 2400, right? Okay, so you're going to adjust this to maybe 1200, this to 1200, or rather you can leave this to be 1500, as long as it adds up to 2400. All right, so there are more to detail on this, so I can come to here to uniform. No grid, I want to put a grid on my windows like that, so I'll just, okay, put a window there, put a window there. As you can see, the 2D for the door and the 2D for the window, they are not that much similar, right? Is it? I've undone the true weight. If I do the true weight, you're going to see this change here. If I undo the true weight, you can see. So if I want to detail my 2D, I'll Control T to the settings. I'll go to this particular edge here. All right, 2D detail level. As you can, this is by MVO, so I want to put it into scale. You can see it is more detailed now. All right, so I want to use this similar window from this place to this. So what do? I'll alt inject that and place my window there. Right, if I feel this window is too small, I'll put it to 1800. Okay, so if I want to use this, as I carry that window there, I'll just go to adjust on this 1200. So for the seal height, for the seal height, yeah, you're going to consider the worktop, yeah, for kitchen window, right? So I'm going to fit them like that. Yeah, the window for the kitchen, as you all know, you well know, it is supposed to be a bit high because of the ceiling of the worktop, which is nearly 1,000 millimeters from the ground. Yeah, so I want to insert a sink right here. I'll go just right to the objects, right, double click on that. Okay, yeah, you can see there are so many objects around here. So I'm just going to search here, sink. Okay, sink, just going to bring me that. It's a kind of sink that I love to use on kitchens, and this kind. So as you can see, it's at 900 from the ground, so you can quite see the object are to standard, right? Okay, so I'm going to use, I want to put a kitchen yard right here, and how I'm going to present that, I'll use line work. Okay, to draw that, I can 450 from there, and I can, okay, and then I'm going to design the entry porch right from there. Okay, I can put 1200 for the entry porch. All right, I can also extend this, yeah? But for the moment, let me extend it like this. There's so many ways how you can extend that from 12 to 1500. Highlight all those to intersect. All right, so I want to present it in a different way, presentable. Now I'll double click on the fill. I'll highlight what fill I want to use. Right, I want to use that. Okay, if you want to fill this entire area, you have two options. You can use this option here, come click to the edge, you can fill it like that, or rather Ctrl Z to undo, or rather use spacebar. Right, spacebar and click, spacebar and click. I love to use spacebar, but you find the best way you can use to present your. To the edge, I want to use some columns, one column here, the other column here. So I'll come look for the column tool, yeah, enter, key in the preferred dimensions, yeah, the height, the color, yeah. So if you want to use a round column, Ctrl T, use that round there. For us, let us use this for this case. I want a copy of this, Ctrl Shift D, right? A copy of that, drag it right there. Okay, now what I'm left with on this here, it is labeling the rooms. I told you this is a lounge, a bedroom, then the kitchen. So to label this, I'm going to, on this text tool right here, highlight, I'm going to use whatever. There's so many kind of fonts here, yeah. You choose the font you want to use. For this case, let me use that, the highlighted one. How large do you want it to be? 2 millimeter? Do you want it to be bold, or like that kind of? So double click on that, lounge, yeah, my lounge there. I don't want it underlined, so I undo that. I can increase it to 3, yeah, for it to be legible. I can carry a copy of this. Kitchen. Yes. Poa sana. Oh, sawa. All right. Bedroom 1. Yeah. This Control Shift D for a copy of that. Bedroom 02. Yeah. Drag a copy on this. Yeah. WC stroke shower. Shower, whatever. Yeah. You'll find it's too big, you're going to adjust on this particular size, yeah, to top there. Yeah. I want to make this feel different from this. It's a wet area, so I want to use this tool, so that no wonder I've used Alt to inject that. Okay, I want to use the fill tool. So spacebar, change, highlight, shift, Control T to the settings, change the fill. Don't want it to be similar. I want to use the this kind 60 by 60. Change the font, change the color rather. Yeah, blue. Sorry, blue. No, not that. Blue, white. Still white. Okay. You can see. So I present it like that. So I want an I didn't put a window on. So Control T. I want my window to start from 600. This is launch. My window to be 2100. It's a big window that. Yeah. From there, you can use two window. Can use 1800. Like that. Or rather, yeah, you can use one window here. 2400. Drag it to the middle, like that. Control D to drag wherever you want. Okay. So I did not name this to entry porch. Entry porch. Yeah. Get to the right position. Also this is a kitchen yard, like that. As you can see, our drawing is slowly taking shape. Yeah. So I want to put an objects here. I want to put a bed, two seats maybe, and a table, and we will be done for today. So what do? Object tool, go here, type bed, hit enter. What kind of bed do you want? For this case, let me just use that kind. Sorry, let me use this. The one I'll be able to adjust the dimensions. Yeah, 1500. To hit OK. Yeah. Rotate this. Control E. Don't forget to press on Shift key. Yeah, I want to carry this. I just want to mirror. So I'll just Control Shift M, mirror a copy. Mirroring is just having a duplicate of this in the opposite direction. Control D, drag it right there. Yeah. So I want couch, enter. I want this kind of couch here. There's so many different kind of couches you can get, so you also can add your own objects. Control this. How does it you would want to put it in the right manner. a copy of that, do that there, a copy again to here. Okay, yeah, like that. Rotate a copy. So this is what I'm doing. I'm just Control D. I'm just dragging. Yeah? I want to align them to presentable. So what I'm leaving behind is a table. Yeah. Let me just use that kind of table. There's so many tables here. So you want to decide what kind of table you want to use. A table, you can set your entertainment area maybe there. Yeah. So what you're left with, again, we have done all that. So what you're left with is dimensioning. Yeah. So in the dimension from here to here, from here to here. Yeah, generate dimensioning. So you'll come to documents. Is dimension. Yeah. You click on that, set your dimensions the way you want. I guess mine is already set because you remember you used template that way. So for you to dimension this, you're going to click on that, click. You click when you get to the line and it get highlighted like that. Okay, you can see there are blue lines outside the wall. Okay, yeah, like that. That is external dimension from edge to edge, from wall to wall. And again, I'll drag a copy of this, Control Shift D, drag a copy of that dimension right there, so that I'll be able to dimension the windows. And I forgot to put the toilet window. Yeah, sorry, going back a little bit. Window, use this to a height of 1500 from the ground. So this makes it 600 or 900, yeah. You see, it's like a small window. It's a small window. Yeah, 2D, 50, 150, as we have used before. So, yeah. You can see these dimensions, yeah. 85, 52 to the end, 87. We want to align them and make them a 0 or rather 5. So what do? We drag this to the center, okay? And by doing that, we'll have solved the problem. So Control D. I'll first take them to the edge and then Control D again. Drag this window to that position. You can see it's 1500, right? From these two. I want to centralize it. So what do? I Control D to highlight the dimension. Then I write 750 in the middle of that. Okay, you can see. Yeah, we eliminated that. The same case with that window, Control D, push it to the edge, then come place it right 150. Yeah, okay. So the same case to this, Control D to that edge, Control D to this edge. Yeah, divide by 2, 1500 divided by 2, 750 of course. So you can see our work is well dimensioned. Dimensioning, we start from window openings, walling, then entire. So we start with entire dimension, Control Shift D, a copy of that. So there is another way you can dimension. You can have that dimension right there. Click on where you want dimensioned. Yeah, you have highlighted that. Click on that. It's going to pop dimension like that. Okay. Again, Control Shift D to get the copy of that. Highlight the dimension you want door. Okay. Openings rather. Right, like that. To the edge. You can see it's still not. So you have to centralize this. So first of all, let me get done with this and put on there 100. That I can be able to put this in order, right? 1300, that is 650. Okay, you can see 900. You can see it's highlighting on the it's highlighting on the sink rather. It's the end of the window, right? So I get done with that. I pull this. By pulling, highlight, just place your cursor and pull down. Okay. Right. Get done with this. Get done with that. Okay. So still the same. Okay. For Windows. Use 300. Push these towards 100. Opening. Wall to wall. So I'll do the same to this edge. External. Yeah. So click there, click on that for wall to wall. Then you come to the openings. Yeah. Do away with that. You would want to go edge to edge of the window, edge of the building. So I want to centralize this. Control D, bring it to the end. 150, okay, like that. So your drawing is dimensioned, very well dimensioned from openings. You start with openings, wall to wall, then overall. Opening, wall to wall, overall. Opening, wall to wall, overall. Alright, so push that to the edge like that, and you will have done a good job. Okay, so don't forget to ask any question in case you have any. Yeah, I'm always here for you guys. We're going to learn this process together. I don't think there's something else I'm left behind. Yeah, for detailing, that will come later. Yeah, to put, now the next lesson will be to roof this kind of a building. Yeah, you want a gable here, we're going to talk about that. So ciao guys, thanks for subscribing. Yeah, thanks for being with us on this journey. We're going to work together to make sure everybody who is interested in CAD is able to work out all these things. Okay, so bye.